Hi, thanks for clicking this video. This video is a remake of a slideshow I made for class, so if I made you rewatch this, please note I'll go into topics a bit differently due to the format of this being a video. Please take all I say with a grain of salt, though. If I was dealing with one game, then I would have a lot more research done about the topic. But let's just start with where it all began. Scott Cawthon making a horror game. Why? Because of this thing. Chipper & Sons Lumber Co. This game wasn't received very well. And a review from Jim Sterling, a popular YouTuber and reviewer, stating that the characters are creepy, horrifying animatronic freaks, leading to Scott taking down the game, but deciding that if he was going to make a horror game, he would make one way better than this.
Easy dubs. Oh, he's taking his time. Yeah! First try. First try. Easy.
I can talk about FNAF all day, but this is not what we're here for. No, I will be talking about one of the most important parts of the FNAF community, that being FNAF fan games. Starting out with one of the earliest results, that being from a copyright infringement just waiting to happen, Treasure Island.
And, oh, you're spooky. Copyright infringement. Oh, I am not.
This was the first FNAF fan game to really take off back in 2014. Wait. This says 2020. Why does this one say 2020? Yeah, that's a remake. Yeah, that's a remake. I do not want to go find the original from 2014, because, well, I don't have the resources. But the people who made the remake, the Radiance team, who took over, this remake is one of the best FNAF fan games out there. And they're still working on it. It's really improved since its upbringing from 2014, from the original creepypasta abandoned by Disney. Radiance team has made a sequel, and they're still working on it. What are they gonna do? Make the one about the other rat, Chuck E. Cheese? What the? This looks good. But let's move on over to the other big shots. What are these? The Fanverse initiatives. These games are sponsored by Scott directly and are allowed to be sold on Steam soon. I'll be only talking about 3 of them though. The other 2 are controversial at best, with one being canned and the other just a mess I don't want to talk about. But let's just start with the most recognizable one.
Burgers and fries. I win this. And fun fact, power is consistent through all nights. Like in FNAF 1, each time the game plays, it gets lower. This game never changes the power, so it's a very
Candies
easy.
from Emil Mako. It started out as an OC character, but was ripped off for the return of Freddy's. I am not even going anywhere near that thing. Minimax, I don't know how to say that. This guy made a really good video about it, that mess, so if you want to learn more, then it's in the description. But Candies started out strong, being one of the best fan games for its time. So far, the series has produced 4 games, that being the original trilogy of Candies, and of course the remake that came from being inducted into the Fanverse initiative. The official 4th game is to come out soon, but I do want to add something. Now, these games are really known for being really easy, and some of the community members said, hey, what if we made these games harder. So they soon made fan games of a fan game to make the game harder on purpose to serve an actual challenge. Unlike Five Nights at Candy's 2. Well, let's move on. Up next is
But yeah, this game's classic. Give yourself an arm.
Pop Goes from Kane Carter. Kane is a really cool guy who responds to the community often. Both Kane and Emil Mako are working together on a lot of projects, but by far Kane has dropped the most content of the Fanverse initiative, with Pop Goes Arcade and My Pop Goes, which you can get now on Steam. It's really cool that he has produced so many games about Pop Goes, and I can't wait for Pop Goes Evergreen. And let's finally wrap up the Fanverse initiative with The Joy of Creation.
Destination. Road. Path. Oh. There is a destination. God! Oh, great. I told you it didn't work. Huh? Okay, he's right here.
Made by Nixon, The Joy of Creation is, in my opinion, the best free-roam FNAF game out there, in the sense that it's the best put together. Joy of Creation is very claustrophobic and is set in a small house, which helps its mechanics and animatronics work seamlessly. Instead of being a chaser kind of free roam game, it limits the options you have on like movement and ways to deal with the animatronic, leading to, in my opinion, the best gameplay cycle of all free roam FNAF games. That's why I think Security Breach and the Ruin DLC kind of fall flat, because you're given way too many options to evade and run away. You don't really face your fears that often with those games, but for Joy of Creation, you don't have a million options to hide or run away. You have to face them directly and solve them just as the game developer intended. It is really well made. Sorry for that, it was just on my chest. Now, let's move on to other projects that I cherry-picked myself. Starting with one of my favorites,
Earth doomed to implode. Service. Oh. Okay, Chica's there. Oh. Food!
A Bite at
Yay!
Freddy's from Garrett McKay. It is so delightful. The game's not really scary. In fact, sometimes it's really funny. The game mainly nails down the gameplay cycle of the night perfectly. How each animatronic interacts with you and how you have to deal with them is incredible. Each one bouncing off each other to make the game stressful yet really fun to play. And the detail of the work on the models and environment is really good and is a really good love letter to the FNAF community. This making sense since the creator is accredited from his previous work, Fredbear and Friends Left for Rot, which is one of the best fan games out there. Now time to throw a curveball.
Play. Oh.
Sister Location VR. Why? This game is an entire port to VR. They made this from the ground, based on another work from Scott Cawthon. What are they gonna do next? FNAF Ultimate Custom Night? How do you beat this? People have beaten this crap? VR is becoming one of the staples for FNAF fan games, and I can't wait to see what else comes out soon. But I do have to wonder, is that okay with Sister Location being ported to VR? Because I did get mine for free. Let's just move on to...
Oh. I thought. Oh. Pay attention to you.
Playtime with Percy. Now, in the original slideshow, I was working off old information. This game is trying to not be a FNAF fan game. So why is it here? Instead of, saying that it's a FNAF fan game, it's trying to stand on its own legs and is actually coming out on Steam, which is cool. I think it's a really good move. And instead of using 3D models like 99% of other FNAF games, they use a hand-drawn style, which leads to really good artwork and really interesting character design. And the gameplay cycle revolves around a Tamagotchi, which is another question of if this is going to be allowed on Steam. But the gameplay cycle forces you to basically play it however you want, for as long as or as short as you want. So you can play this game for 3 minutes or 14 minutes. Just your choice. Which it also really wants you to speed run. Why? Because it's fun. Which can lead to funny moments when you learn your score.
What the? Okay, done. F.
I did not understand why I got an F. But as soon as it comes to Steam, there is going to be a leaderboard, so the people who can speed run this game the fastest is going to get very interesting, and I can't wait. Moving on, let's talk about one of my personal favorites. Wait, this is the second one you said.
They had started their own family after a year of bonding. Time seemed to go by fast as the beavers chopped and built. Tyke and Lisa eventually brought their own beaver into the world, Mike. With this addition to the beaver family, Chipper was happy to have a new addition to the company soon enough. But, as Mike grew up, one day Chipper had gone missing. The remaining beavers quickly scrambled around the acres of land to find their missing beaver member and founder. After a few hours of searching, they had come to the conclusion that Chipper was gone. The family still had hope and did not plan to presume him as dead. Tyke, being the fatherly figure his father once was, took the company into his arms and rebranded the company as Tyke & Sons Lumber Co. The story now goes on in the hands of Tyke and Mike to redefine the...
There's these buildings. Alright, everything's ready. I'm gonna cut down everything. Also, do want to be a bit careful because I've seen bugs where you get stuck in an infinite shopping loop. I need more lumber. Ow. I think I need to do this 3 times. Boomba. Pro gamer here. Oh. Destroy this thing, fiend. Exploded. God damn. Oh god,
This is Dyke & Sons. Wait a minute, that looks like Chipper and Son. Please let me talk. This, of course, is an unofficial sequel made by Mixlass. This game improves the gameplay of the original, adding in some of the funniest jokes and humors out of all the games I talk about today. And nothing in the game is scary, like
there's no horror, like... Huh? Well,
oh. Yep, this game has night cycles based on FNAF 4, which is really cool. Mixlass is known for his FNAF 4 style of games, including Nightmare Baby Circus. I believe that's the name. But I do recommend that you play Dyke & Sons, because it's really fun and has a really interesting story with twists and turns. It is so funny. Trust me. Lastly, it does take a lot of time, like 5 hours to beat. Just like...
oh god. There's Bonnie. Just leaving. Nope.
FNAF in real time. This project makes FNAF 1 run in real time. What does that mean? In the original game, the animatronics just kinda teleport the camera to camera. Only Foxy is really shown to actually run, or walk, or move. But the real-time developers, yes, that's their name, ports over the assets to make them move on camera. This changes a lot. Like, the animation work is so good. They move from camera to camera, and they do change some of the mechanics to make this fit. Like Bonnie and Chica being able to go down each hallway. And Foxy also doing that. And Freddy doing whatever. I do not understand this yet. This is so fun. What could they truly add to make this game harder? What the...
Oh, also, there's a 6-hour mode.
6-hour mode. Yeah, that's right. They tweaked the game so you would have to spend literally 6 hours to complete a night. That seems hard, but they do add in saves, and you can pause the game. But what if I want to play the original FNAF 1 for 6 hours straight? Well, the Bones 5 did that, so I will too. I'll be playing the original FNAF 1, but each hour takes 6 hours, 420 mode, and I will beat this on Black Friday. So, I'll be streaming this. I do have a trick up my sleeves to beat this game very easily, because it is somewhat easy. So stay tuned and check out the stream. Okay, that's all I have to say now. Now leave.
Editing Woodamister here. It's 10:35. This took so long to just record the audio and edit this all together. But tomorrow I will fulfill on that promise. And check out my channel. I plan to do way more stuff and way more than just FNAF. So stick around. Maybe you'll like it. Have a good night, y'all.